My mom and dad ran a five and dime store in Leonardtown, a Ben Franklin store. So growing up, I always worked there with him, and he was kind of my hero as a little kid. So at that point, I probably wanted to keep running the five and dime store with mom and dad in Leonardtown. At that time, I worked there from the time I can remember. I mean, we saw the market change down here, just like everything does. There wasn't as much of a space for a five and dime anymore. So my family, while I was in college, decided to sell the business, and my dad to move on to other things, mom moved into a new career. And at that point, I had started to look towards some other career that I thought would let me have those connections to people the way my parents did every day. The first law firm job I had out of law school was working for a very large DC law firm, an international law firm, that I think at the time had about 1,000 attorneys in its various offices. So I got to work on some really big cases with some very incredible lawyers, very smart lawyers, lawyers that really knew how to do their job, really knew how to put together a case or work on a deal in the highest professional standards. I made the choice to move back to my hometown, and I wanted to practice law here. And one of my biggest concerns was not finding another firm where I felt like I'd be able to provide quality legal services at that high level I'd grown to appreciate. Our firm, I think, one of the things that allows us to stand out is the four of us who are partners together all have different interests, all have different practice areas that we work on, but we each love those practice areas, and we can bounce ideas off each other, we can refer matters to each other within the firm, and it lets us service clients down here in a way that a solo practitioner probably just can't, because the law is so complex and there's so many different practice areas.